Mr. Massiah, can you comment on the Ubi Banca results for 2015, please?
2015 was a very difficult year in terms of the environment around us. There has been the Resolution Fund acted for the first time in Italy to save the four banks in December. I remind to you the names of the banks. They were Banca Marche, Banca Etruria, Cari Chieti and Cari Ferrara. And at the same time, it was a year that has seen in the euro area negative market conditions in terms of negative rates due to the quantitative easing action by the ECB. As we all know, this has been quite difficult to manage in terms of net interest income that obviously impacts significantly the retail bank with important deposit activity. This notwithstanding, it was a very important year for UBI. First of all, because we have been transformed from a Popolare Bank into a joint stock company through a general meeting that was taken in October that has seen an incredible majority, above 98% of yes, in favor of the transformation. This was an historical step for the bank. At the same time, there has been an important activity also within the group in terms of industrial action. We have seen the merger between the high-quality online platform IW Bank and the independent financial agents platform Banca Private Investment. The combination of the two is setting an important standard of high-quality service to the customers that was launched by the end of the year, and we hope will deliver important results in 2016. We have also improved a lot of our offers in terms of product and services, and altogether this has driven to an important growth of the fee-based activity, which has been in the area of 6%. Cost management has been high quality, as always has been in the last 5-6 years. In particular, we have continued in our strategy of offering volunteer exit through agreements with the unions, and at the end of 2015, we signed an additional agreement for the exit of 400 additional people, of which 80% have already been exiting at the end of January this year. In terms of NPLs and in terms of bad loans costs, we have seen an important reduction in terms of costs in the area of above 100 million. And in terms of stocks, we've seen finally in the last quarter a first negative growth compared to the third quarter of 2015. This is symbolic, but at the same time very important. In terms of factory companies, we've seen important turnarounds happening in both leasing, which has already reached again the break-even situation, and in the Prestitalia, where we have seen the turnaround ending by the end of this summer 2015, and new production turning back to what was the real potential of the company, and so we are pretty optimistic for the year 2016. We've seen also our Little Diamond, the asset management company in China, that is growing and keeping growing, notwithstanding the bubble in the China economy. We have seen this company reaching the benchmark of 30 billion of asset under management and delivering a profit after tax of 60 million. So altogether, this has driven to an important growth in the ordinary profitability of the bank, which has reached 195 million. The stated result suffers of the special contribution to the Resolution Fund, which has seen an additional 66 billion posted in the year 2015, but this hopefully will be the first, but crossing finger, the last.
Everybody is still talking today about the non-performing loans of European and Italian banks. What is Ubi Banca's position?
It looks to me that this problem has been a little bit overstated by the market, in my opinion. In particular, talking about ourselves, UBI has been delivering also some sales in terms of non-performing loans, which were both guaranteed and non-guaranteed, so non-collateralized. And the prices that we have seen in the market are pretty different from what are used in the analysis and the hypotheses that are driving today the market. In particular, in the non-collateralized, we have seen some prices that were even above what was our net position, so allowing us a little profitability. And in the collateralized one, which were, for you to know, in particular the industrial SMEs and offices SMEs area, we have seen prices that were double the ones that are used in the hypothesis, and that has allowed us to have a very marginal devaluation of the net position. So altogether, quite a solid situation, and a situation that is recognized, in my opinion, by the public opinion in Italy. We have been perceived, and we are perceived as a very solid bank, and we have seen in these dramatic moments in the market an important inflows of deposit crossing the years. In particular, between December and January 2016, we have seen an inflow of about 2 billion of deposits that show how solid is the perception of the bank.
The procedure for the exercise of the right to withdrawal commenced with the shareholders' meetings for the transformation into an ordinary joint stock company is now close to its end. Can you explain the results to the shareholders, please?
Of course, we have first of all to remind ourselves what was the logic of the floor. We have decided to have a floor that was calculated as the average between two parameters. The first parameter was itself an average, the average between the Common Equity Tier 1 of all the European banks under the supervision of the European Central Bank. The second parameter was the result of the addition of this REC recommendation plus 150 basis points. The average of these two parameters ends to a result that is 11.62 in terms of Common Equity Tier 1, fully loaded. Where are we with the real Common Equity Tier 1 fully loaded? We are at 11.65. Why it has decreased? Because it has to absorb the effect of the following actions. First action is a regular action that we take at the end of every year, which is the updating of the historical series of the non-performing and problematic loans. In particular, we have updated the historical series with the results of 2014, which was quite a heavy year in terms of credit losses. Second, we have to absorb the impact of the new resolution fund, and in particular, the impact of the special added effect of 66 million, which is a special one and which has impacted the profit and loss of the company. In addition to that, we have also to think that we had also to finance, together with Intesa and UniCredit, the resolution fund itself. And this has been impacting in terms of additional risk-weighted asset on the basis of the about 500 millions that we had to lend to the resolution fund itself. So altogether, we have left 1165 minus 1162, 3 basis points, which correspond to 16 millions. This 16 million will equally be distributed to all the requesters of withdrawal.